There's my favorite baker. The next day, you immediately headed to the pier along with Lyle. Oh no! Everyone's hot! You were not expecting to see Quill in a Speedo with a large pink flamingo tube surrounded by dozens of small children. Yet, here you were. Fia and Prim could be seen in the back, splashing the water around as tiny playful waves started to form around them, as if by magic. Kids from Leynar could be seen joining on the fun, some of them playing chicken, the others fighting over who would get the beach ball. Come join the fun, darlings. The water is absolutely divine. How is this happening? Why are there waves? How are you guys all afloat? Quill and Asham enchanted this lake. This place is basically a private little beach. Woo! Come on, Lyle, look alive! Thane hurled a beach ball right onto Lyle's face. They both laughed as both Thane and Fia ushered him to play volleyball with them. Come on, Beefcake, girls versus guys. Or are you scared of playing against a girl half your size? What? It's a beach day. Have some fun. We swear. We'll go easy on the runes. Well, for a while at least. Go, Lyle. Have fun. Right. Lyle ran towards Fia and Thane, who were setting up their game. Thane's fangs shone brightly as he had just scored points right on the first spike. Coconut, lion dear? Asham walked over with drinks in hand. As he looked to the side, you could see a wide selection of drinks all laid around the docks. Thought we can make the most of the lake while we can. The kids back in Leynar could use a little fun. You know what? You look good. Do I? Yeah, you look good with fewer clothes on. Wait, that's not what I meant! I could say the same to you too. So, you always look perfect to me. And yes, I do mean more than lion. Sometimes I wonder if Cora herself made you just to ruin me. Hey! Well, looks like we both realized what you just said there. Okay, I may have drunk one too many pina coladas. Please ignore what I just said. Without me! I know that my character's a recovering alcoholic, but come on! I would love some pina colada. Aww, that's why I turned sober. No, I don't think I will. Don't worry, I will. Wait. What did he say again? Right, he asked me to just ignore what he said, and no, I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will. It's been a while since I've had men fawning over me. Especially one so easy on the eyes, but I'll spare you the embarrassment and leave for now. Wading across the waters, you looked around and thought about your options. On one side of the lake, you could see Fia and Prim not playing with their runes for once. Instead, they were making snowmen. Or well, watermen. They shaved the water into a variety of creatures. You paddled towards them. One of Fia's watermen burst into a swarm of floating bubbles. Hey Grumbles, wanna make some watermen with me? I'm just looking. You and Prim seem to be enjoying yourselves. Yeah, Quill has a decent idea for once. I could use a little bit of a break before heading back out to Leynar. Oh? You're going back there? Fia and I are helping this old lady out. Stacy, fake name. Well, that don't sound sus at all. Look, this might come as a shock to you because you're not an experienced hunter as I am, but there's something about the name Stacy fake name that seems, well, fake. I know, I didn't believe her either, but apparently she has this family tree, all 10 whole generations of fake names. But she is a sweet, harmless old lady that everyone knows, and she makes the best cookies, so don't do your overprotective brother mode on me, okay? What exactly are you helping her with anyway? Handing out cookies on the island and also listening to her reminiscing. She lost a son back when she was in her mid-40s. Her grandchild is missing too, and we've been asking around, but no one knows a thing. I see. Well, just be careful, okay, Fia? Trust no one in that village. I know. Jeez. No need to sound so paranoid. I'll be fine, Grumbles. Him and I can take care of each other. Exactly. Well, okay. Anyway, have fun. I'm going to see what the others are up to, okay? Suit yourself. Prim, race you to the dock. You're on. Fia won as she reached the dock first. Ashram greeted the young ladies with towels and drinks in hand. They sat down by the water and talked. Meanwhile, Lyle was playing Marco Polo with the kids. Thane seemed to be lost in thought, looking into the water, while Quill was lounging on his pink flamingo floaty. Ah, no! Why would you give me such a tough choice? I haven't spent a lot of time with Thane, though. As much as I want to, like, turn Quill into my blushing, quivering princess, okay? Like, ooh, I joined Quill. I am too much of a simp for Quill. Well, it's not that I simp for Quill. Is it still called simping if I want to ruin the man? Is it still called simping if, like, I want to absolutely crush him beneath my boot? Is it still simping if I want him to beg for me? Is it still simping then? I need to know, okay? Please let me know in the comments below. You waited towards Quill as he paddled towards you, stretching his legs out in a rather obscene way. Care to join me? Jump on his floaty, spin his floaty around. I'll jump on his floaty. I think I will. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is so much better! You hopped onto his floaty, pinning him in place as your limbs got entangled together in such a small place. His cheeks became pinker than his flamingo floaty as he stared wide-eyed at your looming figure. This isn't what I meant! Really? You're the one who invited me. Yes, but this is hardly appropriate. There are children around. All I'm doing is riding a floaty with my friend. It's not like I'm riding you. Yet. Unless that's what you're imagining in that big old head of yours. I get it already. Get off. Sorry. It's always so fun to mess with you, Quill. Apology not accepted. However, I do know what you can do to make it up to me. Please tell me it's not another favor. I feel like I'm dealing with the devil whenever I'm talking with you. It's just one simple favor, darling. One might even consider it an honor. It's not every day someone can meet my parents. Your Oh, dang. It's a good kind of dang, though. Words of encouragement have finally reached my parents' ears. And they would like to meet the one who stole away their only son. Don't they already know me, though? I mean, you two are childhood friends. Yes, but that was before. Back then, they only saw you as a nouveau rich commoner, not the one who would be joining the noble house of Inkwell. So, when are they expecting a visit? As soon as you're free, darling. Tomorrow, hopefully, assuming we don't have any further run-ins with this witch business. I think we finally deserve a little break. Don't you think so? Now, I hope you enjoy my little slice of paradise. I would open a portal to Castry, but afraid there's not much rune ink anymore. I guess things will be worse, huh? Now that Eo's gone. Her death is irrelevant. With Core gone, the ink would have run out either way. I shouldn't have underestimated Lion and their seduction skills. I still can't believe they bonded with an actual god. I'm almost jealous. But enough about that. I'm afraid a little carefree summer day has come to an end. Quill pointed to Miss Hedwyn, glaring at you from the docks. A bright yellow rune glowed on the forehead, one you recognized as the god of lightning. Now, I know I should just, stick with my guns and, just go with my decision here. But it's quite rare to come across a beach episode in this visual novel. So, you know what? We're gonna roll it back, go out with Thane, go out with Lyle, and yeah, we'll come back around to this later on, okay? All right, let's go join Lyle now. Marco! Hello! Marco! You saw Lyle with his eyes closed, chasing the kids as they played around on Marco Polo. Sneakily hug Lyle, whisper in his ear, Polo. Sneakily hug Lyle. Whoa! Lyle fell backwards as you squeezed around his waist. He looked back in shock, but laughed at your sudden assault. Lion, you scared me. You know, you could have just joined in if you wanted to come and play. Yeah, but then you wouldn't be surprised now, would you? I didn't think Quill would do this. I guess a guy could have a good idea every now and then. I don't understand what goes on in that pretty little head of his sometimes. Things are usually either 0 or 100 with him. He is a little bit intense, but he seems rather sweet. I was surprised when Quill asked me to help with this, but I'm glad he suggested it all the same. You could say that again. I could use a little break after all the weekly encounters with death I've faced. I hear you, though I guess my experiences aren't as hazardous as yours. And that's coming from the son of a murderous genocidal maniac. Genocidal maniac, huh? Defend Ivar, agree with Lyle. If I defend Ivar, I don't know. But then again, this doesn't matter because this isn't my canon route. Defend Ivar. Maybe you're too quick to judge on that. Excuse me? I think I have 2 desolate countries that would wholeheartedly disagree with you just now. I know, but well, I know very little of the Dead Zone War, but it would seem like the Hunters didn't exactly play fair either. What started the war anyway? Well, reports vary, but the commonly accepted theory was that they got most of the remaining purebloods cornered, and thus Ivar decimated the land to make his retreat. But? I did hear that they used one of my sister's head as a bait to drive my father into action, speared her head and used it as a flagpole. Lamia, she was the most combative of my sisters. She loved a good fight and liked to stir trouble amongst the hunters. But that doesn't mean she deserved to be displayed like that. See, I mean, I don't know. I think if I saw someone flaunting my dead sister's head, I would have snapped too, but that's just me. It's not just the war though. It's how he treated me and Gilf and all of my brothers. He treats us like we're dirt, like we're fodder for his flowers. He played mind games with us, kept us fed and warm, but then he cut off our heads and turned us into his slaves for eternity. All for what? He wouldn't even look at us. He merely spared us an occasional glance, always with that scornful scowl of his. The first hug I ever received was from Gilf. All the loving touches I ever received from my father was strikes across my cheek or the back of his hand bruising my lips. My sister treated us like playthings as they basked in my father's favor. I groveled under their feet with the hope of receiving their scraps. Don't tell me what he did was some twisted form of love. You don't know him like I do. Living in terror for 18 years. Fear of being the next unlucky son to be beheaded by his hand. If he was a loving father, then he should have done better. You didn't bring the flower Ivar gave you, but somehow you did feel a tremble in your heart of Ivar whispering, I know, in a sad, solemn voice. You couldn't help but wonder, was it merely a figment of your imagination, or did he leave traces of his magic on you? Yeah, sorry. I let my emotions get the best of me again. It's okay. It's healthy to let out your emotions. Just look at Quill and his shamelessness. Well, can't argue with that. Darlings, if you're showering me with compliments, at least say it to my face. Quill sing-songed as he floated your way. By the way, I do hate to ruin your little bonding moment, but I believe our carefree summer day has come to an end. Okay, I got it. Miss Headwind has come to ruin our fun. We're rolling it back. Right, time to join Thane and see what happens. He waded towards Thane, who was still lost in thought. His back was covered with crisscrossing scars. Small white bumps marred his otherwise perfect honey-toned skin. Lost in thought? Lion? You scared me. What are you thinking about? Yeah, don't laugh, but my mom. Your mom? Now that I'm free from the pull of your blood, I've realized how awful it felt to lose control like that. Losing to the beast within, I could free my mom from the same fate if I could, but she's a Valblood. I'm not sure if there's even a way to save her. She doesn't remember me. Of course, she doesn't even remember her own name. You'll find a way, Thane. You'll find a way to cure her. You think? I know. Thanks, dude. When you say it, somehow it feels true. Probably because you keep trying the impossible yourself. Anyway, though, that's enough sulky for one day. Sorry to bring down the vibe. Days like this should be filled with nothing but happiness and laughter. With a dash of alcohol, of course. Thane grabbed a nearby beach ball and threw it right at your chest. Come on, let's have some fun, Lion. Let's see if you're a better player than soft boy Lyle over there. You're on. You spend the rest of the afternoon playing volleyball with Thane before Quill interrupted you with a loud shout. Oh, darlings, I do hate to ruin your fun. I believe our little carefree summer day has come to an end. Ah, god damn it, you're such a cock block, Quill, but fair enough. We're going back on Quill's route and just continuing on. Boys, Thea, Prim, young innocent Leynar children, you have 3 seconds before I electrocute these waters and everything in it. Whoa, Miss Hedwig, you're not serious, are you? 1. I think she finally snapped. 2. Everyone, out of the water, now! All of you cleared out the lake as Headwind did unleash the power of the rune. Man, these teachers really do keep you on your toes. You returned to your dorm and called it a day. You woke with a headache, but decided to ignore it for now. As you got dressed, the headache subsided and you went about your day. Free roam today? Free roam today. Nice. Let's check out the dorms. I'm pretty sure everyone's got something different to say. They should really just close the school at this point. Without Master William, the church is prone to witch attacks. Okay. I hope they host a proper funeral for Headmaster William. The dude deserves it. Right, shops. Let's see what everyone says. You know, I'm starting to think the headmaster's death is not so accidental. A lot of screwed up stuff has been happening here. The question is, who's behind all this? Right. Crazy to think the Master William is dead. I really thought he'd die from a witch, not this. Yeah, I had nothing to do with this. Totally not. I wish Volkova was a new headmaster. She's strict, but she's pretty level-headed. Right, what about these two? I hope they bring in a female headmaster this time. William was alright, but he was kind of suspicious. My family owns a siren, and he kept asking weird questions. You know what? I no longer feel bad about killing the headmaster. Killing the headmaster, okay? I didn't kill him per se, but you know what? What's done is done. Okay, let's get rune ink. Actually, I should buy more rune ink, like, you know, just a couple more. I don't know if I need quills, but I'll just buy a couple of these and, you know, some more paper, like in case I want to make candy later on. Anyway, what about you guys? You got anything to say? I wish a new headmaster would come soon. Right, what about you? You think a new headmaster will be hotter? Have you ever tried using your other head to think? Like, come on. Yeah, what about you? I hope Miss Hedwig's alright. I know she's stressed out about this whole headmaster thing. Right. Oh, I was already at the lower gardens. Upper gardens it is. Okay, same thing about soul bonding. Can't believe the headmaster is dead. Why? Need something? No, I don't. Hear me out. I think the headmaster is alive, but he's just ditching us. I mean, there's no body that he must have survived. Yeah, sure. Go. See about it. Nothing interesting to see here. Arena. Okay, you got anything for me? I sent flowers to William's parents. It's only fair. I already gave you the goddamn potion. Shut up. I wish the new headmaster will come soon. Everyone's hoping for that. I wasn't a fan of William, but I didn't think he'd die so young. He was barely 50. I mean, in this line of work, like, that's a blessing. I hope Headmaster William finds peace. I don't. I really don't. Huh. I hope they find the headmaster's body soon. Right. I wonder if we'll get a new headmaster. The Ignian Church seems so quiet lately. What about you guys? It is screwed up of me to think Asham is behind William's death. Oh, is it screwed up of me to think Asham is behind William's death somehow? I mean, I know he hates the dude with a burning passion. Man, y'all are just jealous of my boy. I know that for a fact. Quill is here. I might as well talk to him later. It's kind of horrible of me, but I'm kind of happy William died. He hunts sirens for sport. Beautiful, innocent creatures that don't deserve such cruelty. It's karma, I tell you. Alright, what about you? You know, Headmaster William was the reason I came to this school. He's a legendary witch hunter. Can't believe the fall was the one that got him. Need something? No, I don't. And I'll speak with Quill later. That was the sparring field. Let's go to the fountain just to see what's up. Yeah, you got anything new? I wish a new headmaster will come soon. Right. What about you? Why doesn't Dietrich take over? He's a pretty good teacher. I bet he'd be an awesome headmaster. Yeah, and like, you can get like all sorts of illegal stuff like that way. I'm kind of indifferent about the headmaster's demise. He's a good hunter, but that applies to both witches and sirens. The witches I'm okay, but the sirens... understandable. Do you think the headmaster's body will be found? I don't think so. Right, what about you folks? I wish a new headmaster will come soon. Alright, it's just like the same dialogue. Jesus Christ. Awesome's here. Do you think the headmaster is in Inferno or Elysium? I know he's a decent guy to us, but to the sirens, well... I hope they honor the headmaster's death properly. Dude deserves it. No, he don't. You have no idea. I'm surprised Miss Hedwin didn't host a prayer circle for Headmaster William. Maybe she has a grudge against him or something. Right, what about these folks? I wonder if we'll get a new headmaster. The Ignian Church seems so quiet lately. Curious? Yo, Hedwin! Have you come to repent? Huh? For your sins against Poppy and her little brother. Oh, I'm not actually religious. Does penance actually do anything? Perhaps not. Praying doesn't seem to help as well in these dire times. I'm grateful that I've stocked up on edibles ahead of time. Hedwin, what the hell? I don't think I can cope without them. You want one? No, Miss Hedwin, just... no. Your loss. God damn. Headmaster William saved my life once. Killed a witch after he tried to skin my mom alive. I don't think I ever thanked him for that. Right, what about you? Oh, Risa again. Okay, got it. Okay, we're done with the church. Let's head over to library first before we head on anywhere else. I wonder if they're gonna host a funeral for Master William. What about you? Need something? Not yet. I'm still curious about the seeds part. What do you mean, his seeds? I'm way too curious about that. I hope they find a decent replacement for Master William soon. Right, what about this dude? Can't believe the headmaster is gone. What will happen to the school now? We'll move on. I mean, we didn't need him anyway. Okay. Oh, Thane's here. Okay, anything here? Okay. I didn't need to speak with Mr. Dietrich, but just wanted to check if there's anything I needed to do there. Let's go in. What about you? With the headmaster gone, you think they'll postpone our exams? Right. Looks like the sketch is still here. I'm surprised. What about you folks? No principal should mean no school. Man, I can't wish for Samhain break soon enough. Kind of happy Williams is gone. No more rules, baby. Rock on, dude. Rock on. I love that guy. I love my stoner. I love my stoner friend. Goddamn. Wait, I noticed something different. Wait, hang on. This was different. Mrs. Reynard Ingram. Who's Reynard Ingram? I forgot who that is. Goddamn. So we gotta decide where to go. Is there anything at the fishing port? You saw Lyle and Pike chatting as you descended the stairs. Wait, you're leaving? You're not going to fish in our waters anymore? Church's orders. Some brat in a priest outfit told me to get going since I'm contaminating the steam crane or whatever that means. So sorry, kiddo. I gotta bounce. Oh, that sucks. Don't worry, kiddo. You're always welcome to visit, kiddo. You know, you'll make a real fine fisherman. Ever consider settling down in Leynar? I know a few sons and daughters that will be more than happy to bond with fine young men like yourself. That means a lot coming from you, sir. However, I have my duties here, though. I would love to if the situation was different, though. Leynar has become a home for me. Has it? Well, I'm glad. I bet it was the bacon that enticed you. Our ham is the stuff of legends. Actually, it was you, sir. You and Margaret. I feel like you two are the parents I've never had. Oh? Well, I'm happy you think so. I'm sure my boy was alive, then you two would also get along. I think so. What was he like? Loud and bright. I swear, the boy had a smile that was brighter than the sun. Never understood why a kid like that had to die so young. It's not fair. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. It's alright. I'm actually glad someone asked. I don't remember much of Mikhail anymore. Might just be me getting old, but I'm afraid I might forget him someday. Not him as a whole, but his face, his smile, his laugh. You know, sometimes I wonder if I can bring him back.
I've been tempted recently. There are rumors in the island about bringing back the dead.
Bringing back the dead.
Yeah, I know it sounds absurd, but people believe this is why a lot of children have been missing as of late. That they are being sacrificed. For what and by whom? Well, I can only imagine. Didn't think that I would.
You would what?
Don't listen to it, old man's ramblings. I'm just lost in thought. Anyways, kiddo, how best we going? Don't be a stranger, okay?
Bye, Pike. Pike sailed back to Leynar as Lyle solemnly waved goodbye. So, are you going to say something, or are you just going to stand there and awkwardly watch? Oh, you knew I was here. Just around the end, I didn't say anything because, well, I kind of want the company. I don't want to be alone right now. Well, need a hug? Oh, I would very much like that. Please? You held Lyle close. He was gentle with his touch, like he was afraid that one wrong move could break you. His fingers shook, but his heartbeat was slow and steady. You rubbed up and down his back as he let out a deep sigh. Relief. I never held many people in my life. Gilf, my brother, was probably the only one. I needed this. I'm glad I can help. I'm here if you want to talk, you know? You know, you're not at all what I thought you'd be. I genuinely thought you were a cold-hearted witch hunter when we first met. But you're not. You're soft and kind. You're also very nosy. But I like that about you. It just shows that you care. There hasn't been many people like that in my life. You, Yilf, and Pike are the only people You're the only people I've held now. Oh, Pike hugged you? After he caught a big catch, yeah. He seemed proud. Called me his son, but he did correct that. Not that I mind. He's the closest thing I have to a dad now, but I think he didn't want to dishonor his son like that. Replacing one son with another. Anyway, I should get going now. I have homework to do. The new potions master is quite a strict nun. I miss Poppy. She was sweet. But I suppose everyone has their dark sides. See you, Lion. Bye.
Well, I guess I'm not spending time with Lyle today, so... Ooh, Thane! Hey, my boy.
Oh, hey, Lion. You think... hey. You ever think about where we get our ashes from?
Huh?
Ashes. I mean, they're actual human remains, so someone must have donated them, right? Unless they actually burned them alive. Nah, that's my intrusive thoughts taking over again. Anyway, here. I have some extra ashes from potions. You might need them later. Thanks. Where do these ashes come from? No worries. Anyway, wanna hang?
You know what? It's actually been ages since I've actually hung out with Thane, so yeah, let's hang out.
Great! I know just the spot. Thane took you to the bookshop. A tower of books were stacked in his left hand. You were impressed but also very confused on this man's sudden need to read. You studying up on something? We don't have an exam coming up, right? Nah, don't worry about it. These are just personal research stuff. Research? You took one book from Thane's tall stack. It had the title, Vampire Bonds. Kink or True Love? Thane snatched it away from you, just as you read the king part out loud. Shh, no need to be so loud. This is private. You didn't somehow bond with someone under our noses, did you, Thane? You kidding? Half the school is terrified of me. I ain't bonding with anyone from the campus anytime soon. That's for sure, dude. Still, one day I'll need to. Your potion with Miss Poppy's blood helped, but I'm worried it's not a permanent fix. So I'm keeping my options open. Soul bonding is a private affair. You know, the birds and the bees kinds of talk you have with real folks. The awkward sex talk that makes you want to curl up and die? Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Yeah, well, I'm not. I had to learn most of this stuff through books. I know the basics, but not sure how it works in the long run. I mean, if you need someone to practice with, hey, this guy right here. This guy, like, come on, I'm offering. Soul bonds not only vary from species to species, but even between bonds, the strength and intricacies would differ. I heard some soul bonds between my kind could cause the participants to exchange memories and share visions, but, well, while some others could develop telepathic communication. Can you? Thane shrugged. He probably wouldn't answer that as he was unbonded. I don't know. I hope one of these books can answer that. You told me I had a chance to soul bond with Thane. Say if I didn't, give him the potion? After Thane made his purchase, you both headed out to the streets and smelled the alluring scent of bacon. Man, that smells good. What's cooking? Oh, that would be me. Huh? You look to your right and notice Thane's hands blistering, red splotches forming on his exposed wrist. Thane, your hand! Chill, it gets like that sometimes. Heat wave. What do you mean, chill? You're literally cooking right now. Do you have a potion? I think the grocery store has an umbrella. Lion, I'm fine. Oh, I didn't expect this. Thane pulled you both towards the shade. Within seconds, the blisters and burn marks around Thane's hands start to disappear. See? All good. Thanks for worrying about me, though. You looked like you were gonna shit yourself for a second there. Warn me next time, will ya? Also, how come you don't bring an umbrella 24/7 or something? Doesn't that hurt? You get used to the pain. Besides, I've experienced worse things in Vortec. I'll tell you, all the shit I've been through, I don't know how I went through it, man. Alcohol and friendship, usually. That worked for me, except I had one-night stands instead of friends. Yeah, how did that work out? Not good. Not good at all. I bet. Actually, you still have some pent-up frustrations in you? Oh, definitely. Why? Come on, I'll take you to my favorite spot. For some reason, Thane took you to the highest floor of the school church, facing right into the courtyard. Have you ever tried a screaming rant chain? A screaming rant chain? Thane nodded, then leaned against the edge of the railing before inhaling sharply and screaming. Screw potions! Thane's yells echoed all the way down, bouncing off each floor, the vibrations causing even the windows to tremble. Before you could ask what the hell was that about, you soon heard a follow-up scream in a less masculine voice. Screw my poor butt! I hand-baked it, bimbos! Screw you, Jen, you whore! Frickety frick frick you too, David! Screw clothes, let's get naked! No! The hell was that? You think anyone's got themselves together in the school? Nah, we all got issues. Issues we need to let out, loudly, through an echo chamber, in front of dozens of people. You should see the courtyard in exam season. Everyone just screams around here all day long. Another reason why Mr. Kepler insists on keeping the library a breakdown-free zone. Here is free games though. Wanna try? Oh, hell yeah! You took a deep breath, mustered up all the rage you felt in you. They accidentally stubbed your toe on the railing. Instead of screaming out your anger, you screamed out in pain. Ah, yes! The cacophony of screams! Everyone's screaming now! I'm guessing that wasn't what you planned to do. No, but it works, I guess. Feel better? A whole lot. Thanks for taking me here, Thane. Anytime. So both of you made the most out of your screaming session and then went back to your rooms. Guess we're gonna chill out for the day. Let's see. Yo, my boy. Yeah, let's chill. And I'm gonna keep touching you. You want a hug? Your hands are really small and soft, Lion. It's cute. All right, I'm gonna keep touching you everywhere. Shoulders. Sleeves a bit tight, but at least it's a better situation compared to my buttons. The buttons around my chest area kept popping off, so I never buttoned them again. Do I have any gifts for you? No, I don't. Can I touch your face? I think I've gotten a bit chubby since coming here. Not that I mind. It's hard not to gain weight with all the delicious food the school provides. Wonderful date. 10 love points with Lyle. You spent some time tossing and turning in your bed before finally getting some sleep. You woke up with a headache, but decided to ignore it for now. Your headache subsided as you got dressed. What do I even do today? I don't think there's anything different. And if there isn't anything different, like, we're just gonna skip all the way ahead until, like, yeah, I'm gonna harass Quill today. Lion, got a sec. That depends. Does that second entail a high chance of deadly encounter of some sort? No, but it does have a high chance of emotional scarring. Is this your way of telling me that we're finally meeting your folks? I knew there was a trace of lion smart somewhere in that pretty head of yours. Yes, my father Tinta had finally found a slot in his busy schedule to entertain us for the day. Of course, we don't exactly have a choice in this matter, so... Quill asked for your hand. Every time he did this, it always felt like you were either going to be whisked away to some strange place or making a new deal with the devil. Still, apparently you had a savior complex and very little regard for yourself, so you took his hand anyway. Are we passing through the portal in the lake again? Not this time. The portal my father made is a little bit more elegant than that. Dark shadows and smoke shrouded your vision before swallowing you whole. You felt a tug at your feet before landing straight into something nice and soft, surrounded by the sweet scent of potpourri. You can open your eyes now.
I guess I gotta go with an elderly grub voice, if I can even do that.
Father? Before you stood a tall, lanky man with similar features to Quill. Same green eyes, that odd patterned white hair. What made you certain that they were related, however, wasn't the fact that Quill called him father or their appearance. It was how they sneered at you, the condescending gaze for the oh-so-pitiful lesser beings. Sir?
Quill? Lion? Been a while.
Yes, of course. You know, if you actually took some time off for your family, then...
Let's get this quick and over with, shall we? Lion, you're engaged with my son. Why?
Why? The man tilted his head, waiting for you to elaborate. But nothing was said. He started to click his tongue in annoyance.
Any day now.
I praise Quill. He's gifted, smart, pretty easy on the eyes. He's funny and fun to talk to.
And the money and prestige isn't a bad deal, isn't it?
I'm already rich, sir. Well, the bakers here are, at least.
Also from my fishing enterprise.
I made a killing off of fishing.
Pennies compared to bars of gold. Are you truly trying to insinuate that you feel something for my son? I'm not a fool, Lion. I know a ploy when I see one. Aren't you tired of your games, Quill? First the whole nymphomaniac nonsense, and now this. But something tells me you're not just doing this to vex me this time, are you?
I assure you, Lion and I are truly in love, Father.
If so, you would have soul bonded and be done with it.
Yes, well, there are issues with that, Father, as Lion would like to bear a child.
Huh?
However, considering how weak I was as a child, I wouldn't want to pass any genetic defects to our offsprings. And so I came here today to ask you, what exactly were in those vaccines I took as a kid? Because I've done my research and the components are eerily similar to rune ink and witch blood, and so...
So this is what you're actually after. And it took you 3 months, 23 days, and 4 hours after Benna to realize this. How disappointing.
Henna?
He discovered this family secret of ours too, only he did it much more efficiently than you. I should be punishing you for your incompetence, but I'm feeling magnanimous today, so I'll humor you. Yes, Quill, we have been doping you up with witchblood since your birth. There, satisfied?
Why?
To better ourselves, of course. Evolution.
Quill's father stood up from his seat and walked across the room. He gestured you to follow as you walked towards a door with a security lock. Is this where you store all your money?
No, but not all treasures are measured with gold.
Tinta opened the door, and in it, you saw a vault leaking with blood. Blood dripping from the security deposit boxes, from the hinges of the large metal door. Father, what? What have you done?
I put those damned witches' blood to good use. Within each of these containers lies the various blood samples of the witches we hunt, pure or diluted. Certain body parts are preserved behind that large vault you see there, dismembered limbs and internal organs, all for the advancement of mankind. Did you believe that your prowess with rune ink was something innate? No, son. Your talents are the fruits of my benevolence. All our research to better humanity, free of the need of rune ink, to become more than the witches and Quill herself. Man, everyone here really needs an ego check. What is wrong with these people? This is madness, father! Are you saying we've been hunting witches for no reason? We have our reasons. Survival. If we didn't instill fear within our people, if we didn't remind them of the threat of the witch's reign, then we would have perished long, long ago. You've seen their power when angered. We couldn't have let them roam free. Here's a thought, dear father. We could have just not incite the anger in the first place and let them be. Come off it, Quill. Don't be so naive. I'm sure you've already discovered the truth behind rune ink, of its true source. A source that I've heard have diminished over the years. Perhaps Cor had finally died, drained empty of her blood. Ignia needs us more now than ever, to continue our research and be free from the witches and the ink. The deed has already been done. Blood has been shed. No use on pondering our losses now. As heir of the Inkwell name, you shall do your duty and continue my research. You and you alone. Not Penna, and not any of your other wayward cousins. You will do this. You're a monster! Funny coming from you, Lion Baker. What is that supposed to mean? Why me? Because you are my son, my legacy. And I won't have my name be tarnished by failure. You will be the savior of Ignia in these dark times. The one who will decide our fall or our rise. Your choice, son. Okay. Okay? He has a point, Lion. Ignia runs on rune ink. Without it, society will collapse and more horrors will await. I don't like it, but it's safer this way. Since when do you care about safety? You took me here, who recklessly tried to hunt witches to awaken... Awaken? You snapped your mouth shut at that, remembering that you had company. You ground your teeth in anger, but decide to rein in your fury for now. Nothing you need to be concerned of, father. Good. I'm guessing that our business is done here. Leave your foolish thoughts of love, Quill. I already have someone in mind for your betrothal. Someone of much better pedigree than this usurper. Yes, father. Good boy. I was afraid you would act recklessly again, to try and ruin my plans like you have done many times over now. But I see you're finally matured. I'm proud of you, son. Thank you, father. That means a lot. Quill's father nodded as he flashed Quill an imperceptible smile. At you, he scowled unabashedly. His eyebrows knitted together in disgust. You're dismissed. We'll be in touch, Quill. Yes. With a snap of his fingers, you soon found yourself back at school. Quill's room, to be precise, judging by the various pictures of himself hung up on the wall. With a heavy sigh, Quill's face contorted in discomfort, and you asked for an explanation. Quill, you have exactly one chance to explain yourself back there before I kick you so hard in the balls that you wish you were castrated. Calm yourself, darling. I have an explanation, I swear. Please let me explain. One chance. Quill nodded as he frantically scrounged some rune ink from his drawers and drew a large rune on the floor. What? Before you could ask for its purpose, a dome of light formed around you, encasing you in a weird, soundless room. The sound of the wind blowing, footsteps you heard walking around the hallway, whispering from the living room were all muffled within the dome. Diam, a rune that creates a small barrier of light, free from prying eyes and ears. Penna discovered this rune and told me I might need it. Now I finally understand why. First off, yes, my father is completely off his rockers, and two, no,
I'm not going to follow his orders. Thank you so much for the vote of confidence, by the way. And 3, I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess. I suppose I'm quite the magnet for trouble.
Wait, so all of that was an act?
Yes, a very convincing one, it would seem. That, or you're much more gullible than I thought you were, Lion.
Okay, so, you're not going through with this.
No, oh no, I just wanted answers. Hannah was being vague, probably trying to protect me from getting involved with the grand scheme of things. But now I know the truth, and I'm pissed to say the least. It seems that our lives were all a lie. That the fear of witches was all just propaganda to propel the church's means for power. Dear Quill, to think I was proud to be an inkwell.
Quill sighed as he sat on the edge of his bed, eyes brimming with tears of shame. Not knowing what to say, you simply took your place beside him and placed an assuring hand on his shoulder. He seemed to appreciate the gesture as he took a deep, calming breath. So, what now?
Now, I need to devise a plan.
What kind of plan?
Oh, don't worry. Just the kind that will probably get me kicked out of the family and exile me out of Ignia for all eternity.
What?
Oh, nothing for you to worry about, darling. It's about time I clean up my own messes without dragging you into them, isn't it?
No, seriously, Quill, I'm worried.
Don't be. I'll be fine. Eventually. Thank you, though, for being here. For coming with me. Seriously. But for once, this is my mess to clean up and my mess alone. Understand?
Alright. At least explain one thing for me, though.
Huh?
Back then, Father called me a monster. Why?
Oh, that's because he's paying the bakers to take care of me.
Wait, rewind. What did you say?
This is Ignia. Do keep up, darling. I spent an obscene amount of time with the bakers as a child. In my father's mind, no family would accept that willingly. Jokes on my father, though, as Mrs. Baker told me about my father's dealings from the get-go and still appreciated my company. She's a fine woman, your mother. She was sucking my father dry and also taking in a wayward stray. I love that woman. Of course, my father still thinks you're simply befriending me out of your parents' orders, when we all know Lion is simply enchanted with me.
Sorry, I think it just fried my brain for a second there. Your world is a horrible place to be in, Quill.
Perhaps, but this is the world I was born into, all the same. The only one I can escape it is... well...
Quill stared at your face as if trying to find an answer somewhere. What?
Nothing. Another time, perhaps. For now, please get out of my room. I need peace to devise a diabolical plan, and for your safety, I need you to vacate the premises.
Just promise me you won't do anything stupid, Quill, okay?
I have no idea what you're talking about, darling.
And with a not-so-assuring wink, Quill ushered you out of his room. As you walked towards your own room, a part of you wanted to text your mom and see what she knew about the inkwells. However, another part of you also dreaded the information you might stumble upon. Curiosity killed the cat.
What if my mom is using Quill too?
Message, Mom!
I have to know.
Mom?
Lion! You're up late. It's 9:30. Exactly. 9:30 is late. Everything alright? You eating well? I hope you're getting enough sleep.
I'm fine, Mom, but just want to ask. Did you ever tell me to befriend Quill out of your deal with Mr. Inkwell?
Oh dear. If you had told me you might have relapsed, should I pull you out of there? Do you need help?
No, Mom, I'm fine. I'm sober, really. It's just that I had a concussion on one of my missions and some things are a bit hazy.
What? Where are you? Is Fia with you? Are you both hurt?
No, Mom, it's just me, and I'm fine. Miss Hedwin's taking good care of me, but still, I just need to fill some stuff in.
Alright, I'm sorry. I always get a bit freaked out when I hear you or Fia getting injured. As for your question, the short answer is no, of course not. We talked about this before. You and I agreed that Quill deserves better. And I know how much you care for the boy. He's basically your second sibling at this point. What else you need filling in, kiddo? Or is there something you want to tell me, maybe?
I'll get, Mom.
No, wait. Actually, no. Hypothetically, if I bonded with a witch, would you be angry with me? Is this your way of telling me that you've bonded with someone? Because if you did, you know I'll be happy with whoever that is. Oh, I love Mom! Wait, really? Kiddo, when you were 12, I introduced you to the class hierarchy and the social stratum of Ignean society. But then told me you were going to burn those systems to the ground and form your own religion, slaughtering thousands if need be. Wait, what? Hello? Hello? Am I okay in the head? There, I realized two things. One, I'm raising a demon spawn. Two, I strangely still loved you more than anything and will sacrifice the world if that makes you happy. Are people in this world okay? You think I'd do very weird things, kiddo, but that's okay. What matters is you take care of your own and you have the best intentions at heart. Ah. Now I'll ask you again. Have you bonded with someone? No. Wink. Anyway, is that all? Your dad just came back in and complained about his back pain again. You know how it goes. That's all. Thanks, Mom. Love you, sweetie. Slay witches and whatever else you hunters do. You headed to your room with a slight spring in your step. It was nice to know your mom in this world was similar to yours.
A bit screwed up that she would let you slaughter thousands of people,
But at least you were loved and Quill was right in putting his faith in her.
I'm not gonna rest just yet. I need to torture my boy Lyle. Yo, my boy, yo, let's go. I'm gonna touch you all over again.
I know why cats like head pads now.
And that's all you're gonna get this time. You're just gonna get a whole bunch of head pads. Yeah, all the head pads for my boy.
Oh, that felt good.
Wonderful day. Gain 10 love points with Lyle. I literally just approached him. Was like, yo, we're getting outside right now. Dragged him out there and just started patting his head furiously. And that was a wonderful date. It's so easy to please my boy. Oh my god. Oh man, I love that. He spent some time tossing and turning in bed before finally getting some sleep. You woke up with a headache but decided to ignore it for now. As you got dressed, the headache subsided and you went about your day.
What about the whole thing with, like, the missing orphans? Wasn't that a problem we had to deal with?
Let's go to town, I guess. Alright, let's see. Florist, closed. Bookstore, closed.
Cafe?
You saw Quill eating alone in the corner.
Quill! Well, if it isn't the more tolerable baker. Fancy seeing you here, darling.
Yep, I know. It's very nice seeing me, but I'll see him later. In just a moment. I need to see if there's anything I'm missing in town. So there legit isn't anything to do around town, so I'm just gonna spend the day at Mary's. I know it's gonna cost me 100 gold, but whatever. While spending the day at Mary's, you listen to Mary gossiping with the other patrons.
Thane? Oh, he's adorable. Saved my pet bird once. He's a bit slow in the uptake, but a sweetheart nonetheless. Besides Blood, do you know that he likes to read satire novels?
You heard the patrons gossip about Thane and learned a bit more about him.
You felt like you understand him more.
You gained love points of Thane. After a fun day out, you decide to return to your dorms. Your room. Rest for tonight. No, I'm dragging Lyle outside and I'm gonna give him all the head pats in the world. All the head pats. Come here. I'm gonna give you all the head pats. Yeah, get it, boy. Get it, boy. You're gonna get all the head pats. Yes, indeed. Toss and turn in my sleep. Okay, got a headache and I'm getting dressed and...
Man, there really ain't not much to do, like, on week 3.
Like, it's just like spending time with everyone.
And we still haven't progressed what's going on in Leynar just yet.
I'm curious about something. What happens if I spend more time at Mary's bar? Okay, spend a day at Mary's? It's just more gossip about Thane. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna spend some time with Osham instead. Hey, yo, my boy, let's go on a little date. Yeah.
Good. Shall we move then?
I've been planning to head to the bookstore. Heard they have a sale today. Well, I thought they were supposed to be closed. Whatever. Let's see. What do we talk about? Let's talk about dark curses.
Dark runes are so interesting. don't you think? They say that they all come from one witch, Seth, the Witch of Change.
Apparently the man wanted to push humanity into the next stage of evolution. Fortunately, even witches cannot fully ignore the laws of nature.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna touch it. Can I give him head pats? Touch to your heart's delight. This is my crowning glory, after all.
Right, can I grab his hand?
Huh? Do you want to hold hands? So cold. Here, let me warm it up for you.
Wonderful date. 10 love points of awesome. Nice. And I'm just gonna go harass Lyle again because I love this boy. I love this boy. Here, more hit pads for you. And more hit pads for you. And even more hit pads for you. Wonderful date. Alright, let's get some sleep.
Man, it's slow now. God. Unless this is just me, like wrapping up whatever loose ends I've got. I think it might just be that. If that's the case, I want to go look for Quill. Where would Quill be? Is he at the sparring field today? No, he's not. Probably at church.
Yep, there's Quill.
Ooh, darling.
Let me guess, more money?
Not this time. Lay out your hands. You did as you were told, and was surprised to see Quill handing you an actual gift this time. A mirror. Oh, you look fabulous. Has anyone told you that today?
A talking mirror?
Just one of the oddities from Dietrich's shop. I thought you might like it, if I put some thought into my gifts for once. And you think I'd like a talking handheld mirror? Of course you would. Getting compliments is a joy, is it not? Although, you could do something about that stray chin hair. It's subtle though, don't worry. Oh, but those crow's feet may worsen over time. You should moisturize. Has anyone told you tea bags are good for the eyes?
A part of me wants to yeet the thing.
A part of me wants to yeet this thing out of a window and smash it to pieces, but I do appreciate the effort, Quill.
Quill shrugged, then he casually remarked.
I told you, the art of giving is simply not my forte, darling. Anyway, what can I help you with today?
Well, I'm gonna make a quick save right now. I know that I've got like one more page of saves to go.
Wanna hang out? Oh, does EpyksLion yearn to bask in my presence?
I changed my mind.
Wait! Oh, hold on now. I was merely teasing you. So, what do you want to do?
You know the area more than I do.
Well, there is something we can do.
When Quill told you he dealt with his family, you're expecting to be taken to a mansion on fire, or a battlefield where Quill had challenged his father to the death. What you didn't expect to see was Mesa's old club, now hosted by a much perkier and upbeat Riley.
Lion, Quill, welcome.
Riley, you're okay.
Of course I'm okay. Mr. Dietrich took good care of us.
Us?
All the lads and girlies who worked here. We have healthcare now, dental included. And it's all because of you, Lion. Thanks for helping me.
No problem. I'm just glad to see you safe.
Anyhow, anything I can get you to? Is there a special occasion? On the house, of course. But don't tell Dietrich that. Surprises, Riley. Not an alcoholic, of course.
You got it.
Mocktail it is.
As Riley ushered you to the VIP booth section, you noticed that the club was still as crowded as ever, but this time, people were actually mingling with each other. And not just blowing their money away on drinks or to Mesa. There was an actual jazz band playing this time, and you can see people dancing on the center stage.
Dietrich has reformed this into a speakeasy of sorts. It's quite popular with the clientele in Castry. People can access this place by drawing a specific rune, no longer an invite-only situation. It's less exclusive, but it brings a fresh set of clientele. Vamps, fairies, werewolves, you name it.
Dietrich must be happy. This place is packed.
Oh, he is. I'm pretty sure he's retiring soon. I don't know if I should be happy or annoyed for the greedy guy.
So, are we here to celebrate his retirement or something?
Oh, please. I wouldn't deign myself so low to celebrate that man. No, I took you here because...
Quill and Quill! A short, flamboyant man with blue hair and black nail polish came and slung his arm over Quill's shoulder. A look of disgust flashed on Quill's face once he got a good look of the stranger's face.
Ian, fancy seeing you here. I thought this place would be a bit over your price range.
I would be offended before but
Didn't you just cut me off? Did you just get cut off?
I heard you blew up one of your folks' mansions. You finally snapped or something, Quill?
Wait, rewind. Quill, you blew up your dad's home?
Oh, he sure did.
And he was officially disowned by those Inkwell snobs.
Good riddance, am I right, Quill? Hey, listen, bud. You need a job?
I could always use a new maid or a plumber to clean out my stuff.
Just saying.
Quill disentangled himself from the man's arm, twisting it in a way that would surely break the man's wrist had he applied a bit more force. Ow! Thank you for the offer, Jeffrey. I'll be sure to take into consideration.
I was joking, man! Let go! Let go!
Quill let him go, and the man immediately started sprinting away, the other hand rapping on where Quill was holding. He grimaced. Quill. This isn't how I wanted the day to go at all. I intended to take you dancing, have some drinks, and tell you that I freed myself from my family.
By burning the house to the ground?
My parents weren't in there, just all the blood samples and research. We evacuated the staff too.
We?
Hannah and I. See?
Quill leaned over and showed you a picture of Quill and Penna both throwing a peace sign, smiling at the camera.
A mansion was casually burning in the background.
Oh my god, this is a hell of a CG. Well, you two look like you had fun.
Oh, I was. I got to give my father the middle finger. It was positively exhilarating.
More than burning a house down?
You absolute weirdo. Why is it always 0 or 100 with you? Proud of it, darling. What's the point of doing something half-assed?
So you really did it. You cleared out all the blood samples.
Yes, and freed myself from the Inkwell name forever. I'm disowned and destitute. Well, not exactly. Penna managed to help me secure a large sum of my family's riches. One that I'm sure will be useful for our future endeavors.
Our?
Yes, our. You don't expect me to stay here, do you, darling? Not after I just practically put a neon-signed wanted mark on my back. No, I'll be escaping with you to your world, gracing you with my company. If you want it, that is.
Wait, you're giving me a choice.
What a miraculous day!
You teased as Quill smirked at your mocking tone.
I know I've been quite insistent with my request, and I really do appreciate your patience with it all. I know I confessed before, and you said that I could keep my feelings, nurture them. But I don't think you have blatantly stated your feelings for me. At least not in the long term of things. Do you want me, Lion? As much as I want you? I know I'm asking a lot. I'm a bit overwhelming at times. I compensate my incompetency by acting like some overconfident schmuck, but Lion, when I'm with you, I feel like I can actually make miracles. That the impossible doesn't seem unreachable anymore. That they all seem tangible somehow. And that feeling is the best feeling in the world. One that I'd like to keep. But that is not up to me. It takes two to tango. So here I am, Lion, humbly asking the honor of being your beloved. In this world and yours, to be an us.
Of freaking course!
Good, because I have a lot of plans for us tonight. I'd hate for all of them to go to waste.
What kind of plans?
Dancing, for one. I was absolutely green with envy when I saw you dancing with Thane at the festival, you know? And he's a piss poor dancer at that. Let me show you how a true Ignian gentleman dances.
Whoa!
Quill pulled you to the dance floor, his hand quickly finding a place in your shoulder and waist. You hated to admit it, but he was genuinely good, twirling you around and dipping you with little to no effort. When the music changed into something slower, you leaned your head on the crook of his shoulder. Your body is pressed chest to chest, and you enjoyed the calming hum of his heartbeat. I never thought it would be possible for me to care for someone as much as I care for you, Lion. I know this sounds horrid, but I'm glad I summoned you to my world. I got to meet you, to know you.
Doesn't that mean you're glad that you almost murdered Lion?
I am, because that gave me the honor of meeting you. I would do it all over again, as long as I can be with you, my lion.
Your lion. I kind of like the sound of that. I'm also looking forward to more dancing.
Then we can dance to our heart's content. But well, not all night, I hope. I have another thing to give you tonight, if you want it, that is.
Huh? You tilted your head in confusion as the blush on Quill's face only seemed to deepen. He pulled the hand on his shoulder away as he slid that same hand of yours lower and lower, all the way down to his groin.
Are you sure? Yeah. And you want me to take care of you? Yeah, I've cleaned up back there and prepared myself. I came just imagining you filling me up back there, so please, I need you inside me.
Your room or mine? Wait! You spent a passionate moment with Quill before returning to your dorm room.
You heard a noise as you saw Lyle sneaking out. You could hear him mumbling, "Don't be suspicious," repeatedly under his breath, almost like chanting. I join in. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Somehow he didn't notice your presence and bumped into you ass first. He whipped his head around and yelped,
I was suspicious!
Where are you going, Lyle? I swear, I won't tell.
Oh, Lion, Pike sent me a text. He wanted me to come over. Said it was an emergency.
Emergency?
Did he elaborate? No, but maybe it has something to do with Margaret. She did text that she's feeling ill today. Maybe Pike needs help getting her to the hospital. Why you? He has a literal island to help him with that. Lion!
Prim?
Have you seen Fia? I can't find her anywhere. What do you mean you can't find her? I mean, we went to Leynar together to help Joanna, and she went back to the dorms early because she said she felt exhausted. I still had to help Joanna out, so we went our separate ways, but it's almost midnight now, and she hasn't come back. Where did you last saw her? I mean, I saw her walking down from the hills. We were from Joanna's house.
Did she hurt herself trekking back down?
Oh, Cor, I hope not.
Go tell the teachers, okay? Beatrice is probably awake. Lyle, do you have any runes drawn?
No, but why?
Well, draw something you can think of. We might need them later.
Wait, where are you two going?
To Leynar. As soon as it entered your sight, you noticed that something was amiss with Leynar. All the lights were off, and there was this unnatural silence in the air. It was as if the whole island fell asleep. You and Lyle ran faster as you feared for the worst. As you rushed through the docks, hundreds of limp bodies greeted you. You looked around to find a fisherman playing on the pier, stiff and unmoving. You touched him gingerly. Fortunately, you could feel a pulse. He was still breathing, albeit shallowly. Yet there was no sign of life in his eyes. What was wrong with him? Lyle! You heard Pike's trembling voice as he waved at you from further up the island. You and Lyle quickly went after him. Lyle, help! Follow me! You tried your best to keep up with Pike, ignoring the dead-looking bodies around you.
Pike, what's going on?
I don't know. Margaret and the kids, the whole island, everyone won't wake up.
Calm down, Pike. What do you mean?
I mean, they won't move a muscle. I don't know what happened. What is happening? Is it a witch? Did a witch do this? Oh, Lords above. Oh, God. Snap him out of it. Snap out of it! You slapped him hard across the cheek to calm him down. Expect him to be angry or shocked, or numerous other reactions, really. What you didn't expect was for him to smile. Well, that wasn't very nice.
Those eyes! Lion! Get back!
A strong blast erupted in front of you. You could feel your clothes torn as the winds pushed you back. You felt the dirt cracking and shifting beneath you, tree trunks and branches splitting. Warm blood splashing across your face, only it was not your blood drenching your clothes right now.
Lion, are you okay?
Nor was it Lyle's, judging by how steady his voice sounded. And then the smoke around you dissipated, revealing
healing red scars on a tall figure with familiar broad shoulders. You really are more trouble than you're worth, aren't you, Lion? Dad?
Ivar!
Oh, goody. If it isn't the living work of Art himself, the homme fatale, who can make any man fall down their knees. The insolent child who gouged out one of my eyes and dared to go against me. Ivar, the misandrist.
Seth, how long have you been hiding out here?
Long enough. I quite enjoyed playing house with the citizens. Do you know how easy it was for me to tamper their memories or control their bodies? Honestly, it's pathetic. But I had my fun, especially with that youngest son of yours. I was so looking forward to seeing his look of despair when he realizes that all his happy memories were just empty lies. As Seth spoke, his body shifted from one form to the next. Pike, Steve, the blind kid, Margaret, and then himself. Or what you assume to be. White hair with even paler white skin. A reptilian green eye. The other eye similar to Ivar's daughter's. It was the same eye you saw on the lady your doppelganger killed all those weeks ago. I was so hoping to keep one of his golden eyes. It would have been nice to have a full set. The left from your daughter, the right from your son. A reminder of your incompetence as a father. Ivar snarled, his wounds healing in an instant. Razor-sharp vines surged towards Seth. Seth snapped his fingers and they all but decayed around him, falling to the bone as bone ash wither. Skeletons assembled in its place, bony, white hands crawling out of the ground to hold Ivar in place. Now, you're the one who gouged my eye first, little prince. It's only fair I get myself a replacement.
You killed my daughter!
Details. I gave her the honor of my time and my affection. And that wench had the audacity to say no. You know that I just couldn't accept that now, can I? What was her name again? Brianna, Bree,
Bridget. But that's not the only one you've killed.
That eye.
It's Tanya's, isn't it?
Oh, right. Fair bosom Bridget and the gorgeous artist of the family. Tanya, such a caring father you are. I can never recognize my spawns from eyes alone. Well done. As Seth made a mocking clap, the bones around Ivar shattered as he leapt towards Seth. Seth returns in kind, rushing towards Ivar at full speed. This was no longer a fight between a witch and a witch hunter. It was a fight between gods. Of course, the final witch had to be the whitest man alive. Typical. Oh my god. What should we do? I don't think we can get in the middle of that. Maybe we should get out of here. Lyle was stabbed in the back by none other than your own sister. What? Fia, what the hell? Fia, what in the world? Before you're able to come to Lyle's aid, Black Chain started to ensnare Lyle, lifting him off the ground. Run, Grumbles! I can't control myself! Run! The island's quaking. They're literally ripping the island apart. It's not safe here. Halt! Furla? I can't move! Fia wept as her arms glowed red, the fire rune emblazoned as she aimed her attack towards you. No! Stop! Brother! Move or knock me out! Please! No! I won't hurt you! I don't want to hurt you either, so please. My body, it won't listen to me! Ah! Fia! Not wanting to harm you, Fia directed the flames towards herself. He leapt forward, grabbing her by the arm and tried to cool her burns with your rune. Cold! It was too strong. The ice is freezing her hold. No! Stop! This is not what I want! No, brother. This is good. I can't harm you this way. But... It's okay. All we have to do is wait until help shows up. Right? Damn, it's cold. Really put your all into that rune, didn't you, Grumbles? Fia! Fia! I have to try to melt this ice off. Please don't burn her hold. Fia! Fia! The ice melted away, but Fia remained unconscious. Her heartbeat was getting slower and slower, and you could feel her fading away. I need help. Ivar or Seth, any of them. I just need help! You left Fia as you dashed towards the only people that could help her right now. The two gods. Trees shattered. Hills crumbled. The ground beneath you sheared apart as Seth and Ivar continued their onslaught. Their powers seemed to match each other equally. Whatever Ivar grew, Seth could wither away with a single touch. Likewise, whatever bone Seth broke, whichever body part was cut, Ivar was able to heal in an instant, his beauty as immaculate as ever. No one is going to win like this. I need to tip the scale. What? Curse first. Eo's ice root. I don't have that. Loki's frost. Go and curse first. Try to talk instead. Make it a save. I know. Wait. Seth is not the type who will listen to you talking. Curse first. I don't know. I'm gonna go in cursing first. I don't have a lot of options right now. I just need to march up there and aim my shot. That's not a good idea. As you ran towards the witches, you felt something pushing you back. The mere afterimage of their spells reverberated in the air, forming a layer of resistance. The land beneath you ripped apart. You barely dodged, falling into the cracks. Neither witch were affected, though. They did not seem to mind the fact that they had brought more destruction to their surroundings than to their respective opponent. You're going to destroy the whole island. I need to find a way to turn the tide. I can't even come close. But maybe I don't have to. Getting tired already? But then again, I shouldn't expect much from a boy whose only talent lies on his looks and flowers. This is your end, Ivar. God! You threw a rock towards Seth's left eye, enough to dislodge the stolen eyeball. It dropped to the ground with a wet plop. The empty eye socket healed and closed as if nothing ever happened. Whoops. Oh, I'm not mad, pet. In fact, I'm sure I'll remember this moment once I've experimented with that beautiful body of yours. Like hell you will! Ah! Bloom! Flowers bloom from Seth's skull, bursting into a wide variety of colors. The ring of fire around Seth dissipated, and Lyle fell to the ground with a loud thud. A large yellow stone rose from Seth's remains. Ivar handed the gem over to you. You could see this one having an odd glow around it, with a weird sigil protecting the gem. Why is this one different? I do not know. Perhaps he has tainted his heart somehow. You should put my heart inside Lion first, just in case. Whatever he's done, I should be able to guard your other self from Seth's influence. As you pocketed the gem, you saw Lyle making hesitant steps towards you. His back curled into himself, making him look small. He seemed to be stealing his nerve as he approached the two of you. Father? Hello, son. Just with that, Lyle took a step back, ready to run. The sight seemed to have amused Ivar. He smiled softly at Lyle. The sight you'd never quite seen before. Lion, we have to go! Ivar, he'll kill us all! I see you still despise me, and shiver in disgust by the mere sight of me. Good. Good? What are you playing at? Convince Lyle to hear Ivar out. Just hear him out, Lyle. It's not what you think. No, it's not, but I don't want to share the burden of my knowledge either. I won't explain everything to you, but do know this. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the man you came to be, and I only wanted to protect you. Or, I thought I was. Perhaps I failed you on that front too. But for what it's worth, I'm sorry. You're apologizing to me. After seeing you kill my brothers, After the way you treated me in my youth, after such disdain? No, I will never forgive you. I hate you! Lyle, if you just listen to him for a second, then... Ivar shook his head, giving you a warning glance. He didn't want his son to know. He didn't need to. You held your tongue as Ivar twirled the dagger in his hand, so the blade faced him, while the handle was within Lyle's reach. Then use that hate and end it here. Kill me, Lyle. With my death, the reign of witches will be no more. What trick is this? No tricks, no lies. Just an old man who mistreated his children and is responsible for the most heinous of crimes. End me, Lyle. With my death, all your brothers will be free. No longer will they live their lives in servitude. They can finally rest in peace. Liar. I know you. You're the most despicable witch I know. I don't trust your truths. There's always one hidden lie. Then do me a service and end me. No! What's this? Pity for your old man. Don't flatter yourself. I just don't want to give you this satisfaction. I see. Then I'll live for centuries more, spreading my garden across these lands, starting with your school. I wonder what beautiful flower Lion will turn into. Ivar! Ivar cocked his head theatrically. You could feel something wriggling in your mouth. A single pink peony bloomed under your tongue, blocking your airway. You coughed it out as more petals grew in your mouth. He's baiting him. I know he has to die, but he can at least have a peaceful one. Don't do it! Lyle! You... I hate you! Lyle grabbed the dagger and started to stab Ivar's neck erratically until cracks started to form. A trickle of red roses seeped out of his mouth. Ivar smiled, and Lyle dropped the knife just to end Ivar with his own hands. As his hold tightened around Ivar's pretty neck, petals started to dance in the wind until dozens of flowers bloomed where Ivar's limp body laid. You could hear a faint whisper of, I love you, as Ivar's youngest son did the finishing blow. You could hear familiar cracking sounds, just like an eel in Mesa's death. This time, however, there was no marble statue. Instead, a dozen of flowers unfurled, like a bouquet of celebration, covering what was once known as the Witch of Beauty. Lyle sobbed as a wave of relief and perhaps sadness washed over him. You knew why Ivar kept his secret, but still, it was hard to stomach, as this burly young man sought out your comfort, pulling you into a tight hug. He wept as you rubbed circles on his back, wishing for a way to ease his pain. A pink heart diamond rose from Ivar's remains. You pocketed it while Lyle wasn't looking, but someone else caught you in the act instead. What was that? Fia? Fia walked over to you, limping on one leg, her wounds closed by itself. You caught her before she fell, keeping her safe in your arms. What was that gem just now? Is he dead? What's going on? Yeah, he's dead. As for the other question, well, you had your mind back on Ivar, and how he kept everything in the dark, and how it only brought more sorrow to Lyle. Lyle, who wouldn't ever know the reason for all his suffering, his pain. You couldn't help but compare that to what you were doing to Fia, and how much she deserved to know the truth. She deserved to know about her real brother. Grumbles, you should forget to talk again. What's wrong? Right. About that, Fia, there's something you should know. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back for what I believe is going to be the last episode of Bewitching Sinner soon enough, so hey, stick around for that. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.